And we are back for some blue and gold basketball. It's everybody's favorite season, holiday basketball season. Now here is Jaden Turner, and if you're just tuning in, we've had some technical difficulties today. I'm Brady Reton alongside my partner, Aiden Hopkins and Trey Hartwell. Shot the backboard, no good, fighting for the board. Devin Kemp. Now Kemp's gonna push it up court. He looks over Peters. Peters driving the lane, lays it up the glass, and it is good.
You're not going to let Josh Peters go through that lane that easy. If you're going to do that, you're going to lose the game because he will totally take advantage of that, and it's going to be a struggle for the Wolves if they're going to let him do that all game.
Now Jace Bolin, the 5'7" junior, who we saw him have the tip-off against Cantwell. I think that was more of a joke.
Yeah.
Now bringing it up will be Brady Pettigrew. Pettigrew picks up his dribble, guarded by Peters, looking for anybody. Can't find anybody. Timeout. Reed Spring Wildcats, and we will be back after this short break, and we're going to get everything complete for the streams. So we'll be back after the short break, brought to you by Central Gas and Propane. And here is Jaden Turner after we're back from the break. Now bringing it up, Pettigrew. Pettigrew's 12-foot shot, no good. Fighting for the rebound, McKnight. McKnight's been key at the boards for the Eagles. Now driving baseline, laying up the glass will be Josh Peters, good for two.
Like I said, they're not going to want to let Josh Peters in the paint that easily, and if they do, they're going to make him pay.
Back over Bolin, guarded by Kemp, kicks it over in the corner. Pettigrew. Pettigrew driving through the lane, loses control of the ball, but a foul will be called on the 6'8" monster inside, Jackson Cantwell.
That's just a problem of being big. Fouls are so easily called against you, especially when you're playing against smaller players than you, because they're way easier to see than people that are the same size.
Pass in the corner. Here's Hebrew. Hebrew's shot rolls in for two.
That's a tough shot. Great defense by Cantwell with just an amazing shot there by number 10, Vince Hebrew.
Point shot, Hines, no good. Rebound, McKnight, he lays it up the glass, and it is good for two.
We know what Adam McKnight's known for is rebounds, and we've already seen it so far. Quick little putback for him.
Here's Jace Bolin trying to set up the Wolves offense, gets it inside Porter. Back in the corner. Pettigrew's three is good, and the Eagles are historically great shooters in here, but it'll be the Wolves firing from deep. Here's Kemp's three-point shot, no good. Fighting for the rebound will be Cantwell, looks back inside. McKnight diving on the ground, fighting. Pass taken away there by Bolin, but finds the hands of Kemp in the corner. Pump fake Peters. Hopping through the lane. Foul will be called, and it'll send him to the line to shoot two.
Josh Peters has really expanded his game from being only a three-point perimeter shooter as we saw last year in the blue and gold, where he had like 20 points in that championship game, to where he's expanded to not only shooting from the three, but also in the paint. And that's what makes him such a versatile player and what makes him arguably the best player on this Knicks Eagles team.
For sure. I mean, we saw last year he really, didn't do much besides sit in the corner and hit a big three, but he's starting to drive in and hit some big shots, and now returning after their absence will be the Flip brothers, and then someone who's been lighting it up, Jace Combs.
Yeah, Jace Combs, a lot of talk about him coming to the season, especially being the brother of Cale Combs, Nixa alumni, who we've seen throughout the past 3 years have just been absolutely dominating Nixa basketball. But now it's Jace's turn, and he's going to try to live up the hype he's been given.
And the Eagles come out in the presses. Flint's bring a great presence, and it's poked away there by Randy Flint. Now Nixa drive, finds Peters cutting, lays it off the glass. It is good for two.
That's going to be tough if Nixa gets into a full court trap like we just saw. It's going to be hard for Reed Spring to get anything going.
Now Bolin gets it up court. Hebrew Now in the corner, Porter. Maverick Porter, as the trap's brought on there by Flint and Peters, looking for anybody. You'll throw it out of bounds. Eagles basketball, as the pressure is just a little too much for the Wolves.
Yeah, Reed Spring's going to have to figure a way to stop that trap and full court press. If they can't, this game's going to get out of hand quickly. Already a quick 8-point lead for the Eagles, but if they can keep doing what they're doing and keep putting points on the board, it's going to be a hard day for the Wolves.
And we finally have our scoreboard. Looking inside Peters, and he gets it to roll in, and Peters has been killing it inside so far tonight.
It's ridiculous.
Basically impossible to stop him.
Reed Spring going to have to make Nixa shoot the ball if they're going to make this a contest. Nixa's obviously got the height and the athletic advantage on the inside.
Pass is tipped, but kept by the Wolves, and a timeout will be given, as it's their second timeout from Coach Kendrick.
Yeah, the Nixa defense is just forcing Reed Spring to use their timeouts, and if the game gets closer, and those timers are going to become a necessity, but if they've already using them early in the game, it's going to be rough.
And we'll be back after this short break, brought to you by Central Gas and Propane. And it'll be Bolin to bring it up as the Eagles come out gunning in a trap, looking for anybody. Now gets it off. Here's Nathan Mitchell. Foul's going to be called on Kevon Flint.
Yeah, Kevon Flint a little too physical there. He kind of just put out his arm there and just kept pressing. He got away with it for a little bit, and then right when the ref saw it on the other side of the court, he's like, all right.
Reed Spring looking for their first blue and gold win since 2019 against Mountain Grove in the first, actually not in the first round. I believe that was a semifinal in the consolation. They beat 5-21 Mountain Grove that year, 55-35. And their last first round win was in 2017 against Stockton, 50-46. Now Combs in transition, looking towards the hoop, kicks in the corner, finds Kemp wide open for free three, no good. Rebound Peters, kicks it back out. Combs, his three-point shot rolls in and out. Rebound there by Skims. It'll be Bolin to bring it up court. Bolin gets it off. Pettigrew driving through the lane on Combs. Ball's poked free. It will go to the Eagles.
He raises the wrong hand. It was off Brady Pettigrew's knee. Sorry, we're trying to fair roster here, but yeah, great play there by the Nixa Eagles defense. We've seen a lot of those so far into this game.
We're going to see Meltebarger and Foster check into the game. Foster didn't have any points in the game against Central, but had a couple big assists. Now Meltebarger inside, lays it up, and it is good for two.
Yeah, the Wolves' paint defense has got to be better. They cannot let that happen because Peters, Meltebarger, Hines, pretty much everyone on the team will take advantage of their not-so-great paint defense.
Fighting for the rebound will be Flint there, and he'll bring it up court. Randy Flint now driving through the lane, hands it off Meltebarger. He lays it in for two. His fourth point of the night. I guess day.
So weird. It's such an early game.
I know. Jace Bolin to bring it up, guarded by Foster. Taken away there by Randy Flint as he pushes up court, finds Meltebarger in transition, and he'll lay it off the glass for two.
Man, this is getting out of hand pretty quickly.
21-5 with 1:50 left. Bolin picks up his dribble, looking for any woof, and it's taken away there by Combs. He finds Meltebarger cutting through the lane wide open. 8 straight points for Lane Meltebarger where no one was in his vicinity. 23-5, the Eagles lead, as this is getting out of hand very quickly.
Yeah, Lane Meltebarger absolutely dominating so far. He's been in the game for, I'd say, about a minute, and he scored 8 points. That's ridiculous. So they're going to have to figure out what to do in the paint if they want to have any chance of coming back into this game.
We'll be back after this short break, brought to you by Night Heating and Cooling. 23-5 is your score with 1:37 left. The Eagles lead. Reed Spring falling behind very quickly against this high-powered Eagles offense. And here's Jaden Turner. Picks up his dribble, looking inside for Maverick Porter, taken away there by Randy Flint as he pushes up court. And he'll bring it back out beyond the perimeter. Now driving baseline. Top of the key, wide open. Combs, his three-point shot is good.
Three-point basket good by Jace Combs.
You don't want to let Jace Combs shoot. You don't want to let Jace Combs shoot.
Not at all. He is a threat. We've all been waiting for him to come back, and he's came back and made a big impact on the Eagles team.
You can't really let any Eagle shoot in this gym. I was talking to Blancett before the game started, and he said that he loves playing in here because everyone shoots well.
Yeah, for some reason the Eagles light on fire in Hammond Student Center. Here's Pettigrew, trapped in the corner, back over Bolin. Bolin guarded by Foster, over Porter. Back to Turner. Pettigrew fading away, shot is short, rebound Vincent as Vincent sees his first minutes in the game. Here's Randy Flint with 20 seconds left as the Eagles are most likely going to set up their last second shot. They lead by 21. Here's Flint over to Foster. 10 seconds left. Top of the key over to Combs. Inside Meltebarger in the corner now. Loose control of the basketball. We Vincent back inside Meltebarger, fading away with 2 seconds left. Off the back iron, no good. And going in to the second, the Eagles lead 26-5.
Returning for Nixa, number 28.
That was interesting.
And what did you see here in quarter number one?
The Nixa Eagles are not a bad team. Everyone thinks that since we're losing 5-3, they're not as good as they've been in recent years. They're just getting started. It's such a young team, and you've just seen that. I mean, even though Reed Spring's not the best team you're ever going to see, just put 26 in a quarter is a hard feat for any team. So I'm interested to see how the rest of this game plays out. And 5 points and a lot of steals. It's going to be a pretty interesting game.
Yeah, all of the Eagles' wins this year have came from neutral site games, as all tournament games. We haven't won a true, I guess, first I don't know if it would be called regular season game or non-tournament games. They're 5-1 in tournament games and 0-2 in home and road as they played 2 state-ranked teams between Kickapoo and Central. 2 very tough losses, one ending on a Reese Kimry buzzer beater, the other ending on a 1-point loss against Central.
Yeah, they're not losing by much, even though they jumped out of the state rankings, which I very much disagree with. They're a good team, and everyone who overlooks them is in for trouble because they're not going to be an easy team to beat no matter who they're playing.
And this district the Eagles are in, it's very low down now. Taking a look at it. Central's 5-1, then you have Glendale. Now Joplin having a down year after using Allright, the younger brother of Foy's Wright, who's absolutely killing it at Rhode Island right now. And then you have Kickapoo, Neosho, Ozark, and Republic, and of course, Nixa.
I like the way Wyatt Weir said it. He had an article before the year talking about state favorites in the area, and he said anybody in Class 6 District 5, as Adam McKnight gets a block, whoever wins that district is a state favorite, because that's just one of the toughest districts you're going to see.
You see all the starters come out on the court besides Devin Kempes. Vincent will stay out on the court. Here's Pettigrew. Hands it over. Mitchell in the corner now. Porter looks inside Turner. Now cutting through the lane. Redburn is taken away there by Vincent as he's in transition.
Another block there from Adam McKnight. He's just such a good player, and only as a freshman. I'm really glad to see how he's going to develop throughout the years.
Cantwell soaring through the air, can't grab the board, puts it up. McKnight, he'll be fouled and go to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, Adam McKnight, he's averaging 9.3 rebounds a game, which is absolutely ridiculous. 2.5 assists, and
he's 21 for 41 from the line so far. So not the best start at the line, but he's definitely taken the most attempts out of anybody on the team.
Yeah, first one's missed here. It's going to be kind of...
So now he sits at 50%, 21 for 42.
Good math.
I know.
Good math.
McKnight's second free throw rolls in and out. Rebound Turner. Here's Pettigrew, and it's going to be off the foot of Peters. The kickball violation. 7:02 left, 26-5. The Eagles still lead.
It's been a good defensive showing to start the second quarter for Reed Spring, not allowing Nixa to score in the first minute of play.
Here's Mitchell, pump fake, free throw line, jumper is good.
Nash, Nathan Mitchell.
Now Peters to bring it up. Over Hines. Hines dribbles into the corner, swings it back around to Peters. Peters back to Hines. Hines left open, pump fake. Now Cantwell inside, and it is good for two. His bodies were flying there.
I don't even know how he fell because he wasn't guarding Hines. So
I don't know what happened. I mean, Cantwell was inside, so you never know. Mitchell's three-point shot is good.
Nathan Mitchell knocks down the
The 6-foot junior drills a three-pointer to put the Wolves in double digits.
6 foot?
Doesn't look like it.
That's a generous 6 foot.
Three-point shot from Hines, no good. Rebound, McKnighty puts it up, and it is good for two.
That's ridiculous.
Here's Mitchell, swung around to Turner. Turner to Pettigrew, throws up in the air, taken away there by Hines. Hines gets to McKnight, hopping through the lane, takes one too many steps.
returning for the Wolves.
Too many steps.
Yeah, no, I'm excited to go.
We're not in the right gym right now, but you know who likes to shoot well at Missouri State? Great Southern Bank Arena. Josh Peters is the guy that likes to shoot well in Great Southern
Last
Bank
year's
Arena.
Eagles team just, I guess, liked JQH.
It's not JQH.
Yeah, he'll forever be JQH, Aiden. Here's Mitchell. Mitchell hands it off. Maverick Porter guarded by Hines beyond the arc. Pump fake back into the corner. Mitchell, cross-court pass Turner. Puts a body into McKnight, gets him jumping, step through and finishes at the rim. Eagles push it down court to Peters. Over Kemp, back to Peters. Gets a little separation. His three-point shot is good.
Josh Peters answers for three.
I'm excited to see how many points he has right now.
It's quite a few.
I would have been taking stats if we used my paper for a napkin.
Thanks, Aiden.
After a little spill.
Three-point shot is good. Nathan Mitchell, his second three of the game. Cantwell driving through the lane, lays it up the glass, and it will roll in.
I never know how those go in, but they always find a way. So
every day he's looking more and more like a guard. Like, he gets inside and he's getting a little bit quicker on his feet.
There's not many players his size that could drive to the basket as effortlessly as that.
Here's Mitchell, picks up his dribble in the corner. Three-point shot is off the side of the backboard.
he is gassed.
Cantwell is very gassed right now.
Yeah, he's
Left wide
exhausted.
open in the corner. Peters, his three-point shot is good. And he might have 20 of the Eagles' points.
He's the best first half blue and gold player I've ever seen.
Mitchell, three-point shot, falls short. Fighting for it will be Maverick, taken away there by McKnight as he pushes it up court. Finds Kemp, and it looks like pass a little behind him, thought it was going to Peters.
Yeah, I think Kim thought I was going to Josh there.
Now Bolin picks up his dribble.
He's in trouble.
Looks in the corner. Mitchell's three-point shot is good. Third straight three-point shot coming from Nathan Mitchell. In the corner, Hines, his three-point shot, no good. Rebound, Kemp, hands it off, Cantwell. Cantwell finds Peters, top of the key. He pulls the trigger, no good. Fighting for the board will be Jaden Turner.
It's a three-point contest between Nathan Mitchell and Josh Peters right now. 30 on 30.
Simpkins taken away there. 2-on-1 off the backboard. Oh my goodness! Josh Peters!
What just happened?
What a pass! Coming from Devin Kemp off the backboard to Josh Peters. Picking up his dribble will be Turner. Oh
my
my
gosh.
goodness, I'm still in shock.
Peters can't stop smiling.
Pass off the foot. Jaden Turner, and we're going to see 5 new Eagles come into the game. We're going to see 5 new Eagles off the bench come in. It'll be the Flint brothers, Combs, Foster, and Meltebarger. Here's Flint. Over to Combs. Foster in the corner, Flint. Now Foster jab step, finds Flint wide open. He picks up his dribble. Now Foster's three-point shot, no good. Fighting for the board will be Meltebarger. Kicks it out to Combs. Now Combs driving baseline, back out Flint. Randy Flint, the drive. Here's Meltebarger, free throw line jumper, no good. Rebound Foster. Lays it off the glass, and it is good for 2.
Bryce Foster.
Here's a three-point shot coming from Maverick Porter, no good off the front iron. Rebound Mitchell. Shots blocked there by Combs. Kevon Flint in transition. It's a 4-on-1. Cutting through the lane. Foul will be called. It's very impressive to see Flint there get to the basket with how many defenders was in his way.
Foul on 2, Maverick Porter, his first.
Foul charge to Maverick Porter.
Kevon Flint shooting 2 for the Eagles.
First free throw is no good from Flint. Flint season so far 9 for 14 at the line. Now he is 10 for 15. The Eagles lead 43-18 with 1:26 left in the half. Porter driving baseline, Pedigree's three-pointer, no good. Fighting for the board will be Combs. Now Foster's gonna push it up court for the Eagles. Here's Randy Flint, back over Foster. Step back over Meltebarger. One more time in the corner. Jace Combs' three-point shot is good.
Jace Combs knocks down the 3.
This isn't fair.
46-18. Here's Mitchell, a deep three-point shot, no good. Rebound Combs. 50 seconds left. And a turnover there by Flint as he was looking for Meltebarger with 45 seconds left. It will be Bolin to bring it up. Gets over Pedigree. Driving through the lane. He picks up his dribble, now gets over Porter. Maverick Porter. Guarded by Randy Flint. Over to Hembry. Hembry kicks it out. Mitchell's three-point shot, no good. Rebound Foster. Foster driving through the lane, kicks it out. Randy Flint one more time to Kevon Flint. 6 seconds left. Flint now driving baseline, soaring through the air and rolling it in right before the end of the half. The Eagles lead 48-18.
That's the end of the first half.
And I don't even know how to describe this half besides dominance. It's been
That was quite a half from Nixa. Scoring kind of slowed down in the second half, or the second quarter rather, but it was still a dominant showing from Nixa. They're showing that they're the team to beat in this bracket.
I still don't know what just happened on that Josh Peters dunk.
Yeah, you know, I was like, oh, he's going to go lay it in because he kind of looked at him. I thought he was going to lay it in, then he threw it off the backboard, and then I saw Josh jump, and I'm like, oh, my gosh. And we really haven't had a highlight reel play so far this year for the Eagles. I mean, last year when you have Cale Combs, of course you're going to have highlights. But
that was something that Ryan and I talked about a lot our senior year whenever Nixa went to the state championship. But it seemed like every game that Nixa won, there was a highlight reel play. And every game they lost, they just lacked that big momentum play.
And
obviously that's not going to play much of a factor today, but that was one of the best highlights I've seen in a while.
It was, it was great. 9 minutes till the start of the third. 48-18 is your score. The Eagles up by 30. We'll be back after this short break, brought to you by Central Gas and Propane. And we are back live at Hammond Student Center on the campus of Missouri State University in Springfield, Missouri. If you're just now tuning in, I'm Brady Reeton alongside my partner, Aiden Hopkins. Aiden, what are you thinking so far?
Nixa is definitely a team to beat. I mean, I'd say they definitely got a lucky pool of not being on Central's side of the bracket, and I'd say they have a pretty good chance to win this thing back-to-back years.
I agree with you. I mean, this Eagles team is starting to take some things personal, I feel like, and two things are back-to-back losses. I don't know the last time the Eagles have lost 2 games, to be honest with you.
Yeah, neither can I. I mean, didn't lose a single game in the regular season last year, and now they're in an unfamiliar situation with Brock Blanchett as head coach. I mean, they lost 2 straight games, both heartbreakers, less than 3 points in each one of them. So it's just really hard to be such a young team going through such struggles, because usually a team like this that's going through struggles are not that good of a team, maybe, or overlooked. But this team is overlooked a lot. It's just such a young team. They have to figure out how to overcome the adversity that they're in right now and how they have to win games against tough teams like Central and Kickapoo.
So we're going to take a quick look at the bracket and who we think is going to win out through the blue division. First off, we had Mountain Grove and Lebanon right before us, the 9:30 game, and it was a big upset by Mountain Grove topping off Lebanon. And then now we're in the Reed Springs Nixa game, and I think we can say this one is going to go to the Eagles. Yeah,
100%. And now they're going to face a Mountain Grove team that just pulled off an upset. So Mountain Grove has momentum, so they can't overlook them, but they definitely have something to prepare for, especially with Mountain Grove's 3-point shooting. That's going to be the biggest thing.
And then you have Aurora against the 5-seed Fair Grove, and Fair Grove gave Nixa a run for their money last year. In the semifinal game, it was, I believe it's Spencer Seeger from Fair Grove, who's the junior guard, last year a sophomore, absolutely dominated so far, along with Blake Winterbird. It'll be them and Aurora, and this Aurora team is pretty good. I mean, from what I've seen and other stuff, they got a couple junior guards who can really control the ball and kill it. I think it's going to be a really good game, and I think Aurora is going to take the upset. I think we're going to see our second upset of the day, and Aurora beats Fair Grove.
I think I'm going to lean Fair Grove on this one. I think Fair Grove has what it takes to beat the Aurora team, and Fair Grove is a pretty well-coached team, pretty disciplined. I've seen that for the past 3 years, so I think I'm definitely going to take Fair Grove on this one.
Now we have Camdenton and Rogersville, and, of course, this Rogersville team seeing the Eagles in the championship last year. Now they can see them in the semifinal. I think they also are a team with something to prove. Give me Rogersville on top of Camdenton.
Yeah, Rogersville got to the championship last year and just hit a brick wall and Nixa. They got completely embarrassed in front of everyone at Great Southern Bank Arena last year. So they're definitely going to be fighting for another shot at Nixa, hopefully looking to beat them and flip what happened last year.
We have West Plains and Catholic. Last year, Coach Osborne saw his first time ever being on the left side of the bracket. In his coaching career, he has never been on the left side of any blue and gold bracket until last year, and they ended up winning the consolation bracket. But they're a good team this year. Give me Catholic beating West Plains. Now we have Buffalo and Republic. My bad, Aiden, you didn't get the pick there.
Yeah, I'm riding that Catholic train all the way through. I want to see a Blanchett versus Osborne thing. I don't think it's going to happen. I think they're probably going to lose to Republic, but I have Catholic beating West Plains, and I'm praying that somehow Osborne gets all the way to that blue and gold championship to face Blanchett in a matchup.
Buffalo, Republic.
Yeah, I'll go Republic on that as well.
And then Bolivar, Willard. We saw Bolivar and Willard played. Give me Willard beating Bolivar.
I have Willard as well.
And then I got another historical run coming from the Hartville Eagles. I got Hartville beating Stockton.
Hartville's a hard team to beat. Nick's definitely going to have trouble with them if they see in the championship game.
Peters having 18 in the first half, and first shot from him doesn't go in, but it's picked up by the freshman McKnight, and he'll lay it in for 2.
You know, talking about Catholic, I would have a hard time picking Osborne to lose in this blue and gold. I mean, even last year they didn't look great, but he didn't have a great team to coach, and he did a great job coaching that, even though they didn't have a good season. But I have a hard time picking him to lose in the blue and gold.
In the corner, McKnight pump fake, driving through the lane. Tuck and roll through, and he can't finish, but go to line 2, shoot 2.
That lead spring foul on 10 is third personal. That's team foul number 1 of the half. McKnight at the line, 2 shots.
McKnight's first free throw, no good. He's 0 for 3 on the day. McKnight having 4 points in the first. His second free throw will roll in.
You think Nixa lays off the gas, or do you think they're going to try to get triple digits here?
I think they'll lay off the gas, but we'll still keep scoring. You know what I was trying to say there.
No, I don't know what you're talking about. Lay off the glass. I've never heard of that one.
Lay off the gas. Inside here. Pass taken away there by McKnight. He pushes it up court. It's a 3-on-2 fast break, and he'll pull it back out to Hines. Hines in the corner. Kemp, his three-point shot will fall.
Devin Kemp hits the three.
As the net gets stuck.
Beautiful. Beautiful job by the ref there.
Now to bring it up will be Brody Pettigrew. 6:34 left. The Eagles now lead 54-18. In the corner, Pettigrew gets it over Bolin. The Eagles sit back in the 3-2. Now starting the dribble will be Jaden Turner over Jace Bolin. 6-16. Over Maddox Porter. Poked free there by Hines. So guarding him tightly, driving through the lane. Pump fake, fading away, no good. Fighting for the board will be Peters, can't control it. Stay with the Wolves. Here's Pettigrew over Turner. Three-point shot from Porter, no good. Rebound Cantwell. Here's Peters back over, around the perimeter. Hines fading away, and it is good. Hines kind of feeling his jump shot as the year goes on.
100%. He's definitely starting to find his groove, and I'm glad because he wasn't showing his best abilities throughout the start of the season, but he's starting to warm up now.
Shot tip there. Now it'll be Kemp on the fast break. Three-point shot coming from Hines, and it is good.
Garrett Hines for three.
You know, every single one of Garrett Hines' shot looked exactly the same. No matter if he's very heavily contested or he's wide open, every shot looks the same.
Kemp driving through the lane, and it is good for two. And he started off this year coming into, after 8 games, so coming into this game, 27% from beyond the arc. So not the greatest start from Hines, but definitely the past 2 games he's been feeling himself.
100%. He's starting to find his groove, like I mentioned, and I'm glad to see it because he's a great player when he starts to get hot, and I see it.
I mean, if you're anybody in the COC or in District 5, you don't want him to get hot because that's a scary sight to see.
Especially when him and Peters are still on in the same game. Ridiculously scary.
Here's Peters, catches the pass, looks inside McKnight. What a find from Peters, and McKnight's finish.
Adam McKnight.
I'm not seeing laying off the gas right now.
No, neither am I.
We're laying off the full court press, but in the traps, we're not laying off the gas.
It's kind of like Reed Springs giving us the ball, and there's the takeaway by Kemp. He'll pull it back out, lays it off the glass, and it is good for 2. Timeout, Reed Springs Wildcat, as they have 1 timeout left now. 65-18 is your score. We'll be back after this short break, brought to you by Night Heating and Cooling. And we are back live from Hammond Student Center on the campus of Missouri State in Springfield, Missouri. This is the Eagles and their first round matchup against the Reed Springs Wolves. Holy crap, it's a rough day. 3-point shot coming from Carpenter. No good. Rebound, Vincent.
You know, this is probably the best holiday tournament in the state. But the one thing I don't like about it is that one seeds play at 11 a.m.
That is very annoying.
Well, they don't want to
hop in through the lane, lays up the glass. What a finish from Wyatt Vincent.
That was an impressive finish.
Yeah, they just don't. Would you rather have it later at night or early in the morning? Because they're not
I'd
going
rather have a later night because I'm still tired.
Yeah, because they don't want to put a. They don't want to put a blowout game. Sorry, a non-competitive game late in, like, at a great time, like a noon game or a 3 o'clock. No one wants to put everyone wants to put the good games at that time. So I'd rather have it probably later than that too. Actually,
I mean,
you're
our
right.
two early morning games today were both very close, a 3-point game and then a 2-point game over Great Southern Bank Arena. But then you got the one seeds playing unranked teams, and both games happening right now are blowouts.
Lewis can't finish, and it'll be in transition, Nathan Mitchell. Mitchell looks back side to Maverick Porter, and he'll step out of bounds. I didn't realize Kevon Lewis checks into the game.
Yes, he did. Hopefully Devin Kemp this time won't. Devin Kemp's on the bench, so we can't ignore him wide open this time.
What game was that?
That was the championship of Liberty North.
Yeah.
He swore he didn't see him, but it was pretty. He was pretty wide open.
Here's Randy Flint over to his brother Kevon Flint. Now over to Combs. Back to Kevon Flint. Back to Combs. Flint in the corner. Flint one more time, left wide open. Jace Combs, his shot no good. Porter in transition.
Randy just laughed.
Get Randy Flint slipping there.
Randy laughed. He can't take anything seriously.
Absolutely not. Mitchell driving through the lane. He always has a smile on his face.
Yeah, no, he can't take anything seriously. After Liberty North championship game, he can face guard, and he messed up his dribble like 3 times. He just laughed in the defender's face. And, like, most people would be really mad at you doing that. He just laughs.
Nathan Mitchell to pass in.
Is Randy Flint Santa? He's very holly and jolly.
The things you talk about whenever the game is 67-18.
I think he might be.
You know, I reffed these guys in the summer shootout, I believe last year, and in a game with Randy and Kevon and Jace all in the game. Those three just love to have fun playing basketball.
Oh, yeah. And Jason's another guy who can't get a smile off his face. You'll be dead serious, and he'll just start laughing.
He's just laughing right now.
Yeah. Here's Maverick. Porter gets Flint jumping, but it's blocked. Foul will be called.
That was an athletic play, even though he got a foul.
Kevon Flint is probably the best athlete on the Nixa team. I mean, it's kind of crazy how athletic he is.
Maverick Porter shooting 2 for the Wolves.
Porter's free throw, no good.
Six, 7, 19 is the score now. We're in a.
Here's Flint in the corner. Over Vincent. Back to Combs as the Eagles are just kind of chewing some clock here.
Now we're laying off the gas.
In the corner. Randy Flint over to Jace Combs. Combs back to Flint. Combs, top of the key, 3-point shot is good. And this is kind of the point where the shot clock being added, hopefully some point next year, would benefit a lot of teams. Maybe not a lot of teams in this tournament, but it'll benefit most. Here's Nathan Mitchell.
It would definitely benefit Nixa. They seem to play a lot of teams that like to chew clock.
I mean, in the blue and gold, you have like the bigger class schools who, stay seeded. Every year they're a top seed, and then you have the lower unseeded teams, and Class 2, Class 3 schools who play the keep away game and find someone wide open after 2 minutes who that wouldn't benefit, but like you said, a school like Nixa would definitely benefit. Here's Nathan Mitchell with 16 seconds left. The Eagles lead 70-19. Reed Spring putting up 1 point so far this quarter. It's coming from a free throw from Mitchell. 3 seconds left. Turner fading away. No good. And going in to the fourth, the Eagles lead 70-19.
17-19. That would be an interesting score.
70-19. We'll be back after this short break, brought to you by Central Gas and Propane. Yeah. And we are back live for the final 8 minutes of Blue and Gold Round 1 basketball. Here's Nathan Mitchell over Maverick Porter. Back over in the corner. Be Carpenter looking inside. Skibbins taken away there by Combs. It'll be Randy Flint to slow it up.
Day one of Blue and Gold, and there's already been a record broken. Most points scored in a game. Ash Grove players scored 50 points.
I believe it was, is it Brody Nichols or is it Brady Nichols?
Huh?
Brody Nichols?
It was
Kevon Lewis 3-point bucket, no good. I got a little
It
excited.
was Brady Nicholson, broke
Brady
Aminu
Nicholson.
Mohammed's record from a few years ago.
Which,
That's tough to do, breaking a NBA player's record.
Is he going to the NBA, you think?
He's been in the NBA.
I know, I'm talking about Nicholson. Is that just like a thing? If you score more points in Blue and
You
Gold?
score 50 points in the Blue and Gold, you're automatically a second-round pick.
it was 49 points coming from Aminu Mohammed back in 2019 with an absolute powerhouse of a Greenwood program. Back in the quarter, 3-point shot. Lewis, no good. Rebound, Flint. Back to Lewis. Euro step through the lane, floater, no good. Fighting for his own rebound. Gets it, puts it back up. Fouled hard, he'll go to line 2, shoot 2.
We got Dennis Rodman out here.
Who was the senior a couple years ago on the senior night who took about 30 three-pointers?
Devontae?
Deontay Moore, yeah.
Reed Spring foul on number 2, Maverick.
There was also Colton Berry one time.
Kevon Lewis shooting 2.
Remember when Jackson Campbell took a 3 last year? That was interesting.
Lewis's first free throw is
Checking
good.
into the lineup for Reed Spring, number 1.
We haven't seen a Jackson Campbell 3-pointer just yet. Imagine he masters a 3-point shot. How good of a player he'd be.
I'm waiting for it because he's honestly not that bad of a shooter. Like, seeing him shoot around, he can hit some good shots. Lewis drains both free throws. That'll bring it up will be Tyson Porter. Porter passes it off. Carpenter now with 5:42 left. Porter swings it around. Carpenter in the corner. Here's Skibbins. Back to Porter. Three-point shot, no good. Rebound, Porter. Foul called there on Foster. .5:14 left. 72-19 is your score.
Bryce Foster, his first team foul. Back in for the Eagles, number 2, Kevon Flint, and number 24.
As it is running clock right now, so that's
In for
always
the
a plus.
That's what keeps Nixa from scoring 150 points in first-round blue and gold games.
It's
Is
the
running clock.
And them just backing off sooner than later.
And backing off, yeah. Should have had it a couple of years ago if there wasn't a basket interference called on Colton.
Who is that in suit and ties? What team is that?
I believe that's Rogersville.
Is it?
Looking inside, Meltebar, back out Foster. Cutting will be Lewis, fading away, can't get it to roll. Yeah, there's most definitely Rogersville over there. Foul's gonna be called.
Nixa foul on
So I don't know if you know this, Aiden, but Coach Schaefer is the best dressed coach in the state of Missouri.
Huh?
Said, I didn't know if Aiden knew this, but Coach Schaefer is the best dressed coach in the state of Missouri.
Didn't our
Oh, that's 100% accurate.
didn't
yeah.
our coaching staff pull up in suit and ties for the championship game last year?
Yeah, just because of Coach Schaefer. I mean, I think after that, the best dress had to be Coach Jay Cox.
I mean,
Stanley looked good.
I mean, even Lincoln pulled up in a suit and tie, I believe.
Lincoln did pull up in a suit and tie. Look, even Coach Schaefer has his kids in the suit and ties.
Ridiculous.
I gave him a technical in a summer game once.
Swimming steps. Return for Nixa, number 3.
It was just the most random thing ever. But
He argued my out-of-bounds call. I just thought of that whenever I saw him. He was yelling at me, so I had to give him a technical.
I give 12-year-olds techs all the time. And
Huh?
I give 12-years technicals all the time in Nixa Parks basketball.
You're a horrible person.
You and your brother just love giving technicals in Nixa Parks basketball.
It's only happened once, so.
So far.
Taken away.
Can you really say taken away on that one?
Yeah, it was taken away.
It was something.
Yeah. Cross-court pass. Vincent left open for 3. His shot, way short. Foul's going to be called on Meltebarger.
Nixa foul on 5, Wayne Meltebar.
It's a real game changer right there.
Team foul, number 3.
Looking inside, fading away. He'll be poked free. But we don't even have a number 21 on our roster.
My question is, why are we calling fouls like that when the game is a 60-point game?
Ian Phillips shooting 2 for the Wolves.
The first shot will be no good. (72-19), the Eagles lead. So we're taking down the final minutes of the game. Kevon Flint to bring it up over Randy Flint. Foster, back to Flint, top of the key, three-pointer, no good. Fighting for the board will be Mitchell. Now Mitchell's gonna push it up court. Cut off, taken away there by Meltebarger.
That's a very solid defensive play.
It's gotta be
Flint.
frustrating to see a team just laugh the whole possession, offensive possession, just laugh.
Pass thrown away there by Randy Flint. Tipped out by Foster. Pettigrew to bring it up. In the corner, here's Carpenter. Pass tip there. Spinning out of it will be Foster. Jump step through the lane, no good. Fighting for the board will be Foster. Somehow comes down with it. Fighting through contact, can't finish.
Can we get a foul call?
It'll be Wolves basketball.
I mean, the man just got slapped. Come on. If we're gonna call it down there, might as well call it on the other side.
And there is 10 seconds left, and the Eagles will move on to play Mount Mountain Grove tomorrow at 5 o'clock at Great Southern Bank Arena, formerly known as JQH Arena.
Can't get a foul call, but we can get a travel call.
Are we seriously arguing foul calls right now?
The Eagles win 72-19. So tune in tomorrow at 5 p.m. The Eagles play the unseeded Mountain Grove in the quarterfinals from Trey Hartwell and Aiden Hopkins. I'm Brady Retone signing off.